Hey guys, we have a really great classic song today, and I'm going to show you as a beginner how you guys can play this song strumming, or you can do finger picking like what I'm going to do, but it's basically 3 chords with a couple additions and everything. Let's go ahead and get to the chords. Alright my friends, we're going to be completely open with no capo. The chords you're going to need are going to be a D. You're going to need a Dsus4 if you want to emulate the beginning, and all that is just putting your pinky down when you have the D chord formed. You're going to need a D7. That only gets played like maybe once. And you are going to need a G and an A. Now there's a really good video of Kris Kristofferson doing this. And the funny thing is if you watch some Kris Kristofferson videos, it seems like he plays his songs in different keys every single time. It just all depends on. But the D seems to work pretty good. If you want to do that intro that he does on it, I'm going to play it for you and show you exactly how it sounds. And all I'm doing there, guys, is I'm hitting open on 4, and then I'm hitting 3. Get your D chord there, so your index finger will be down there. Then I'm hitting 1, which will cover your middle finger right there. Coming back up to 3. Then going back down with on 4 and 3 again. And you're going to do a hammer on there, which is going to be hammer on with your pinky. So I'm going to go like this. If you want to strum it, if you're a beginner, all you have to do is just go 4 strums, 4 strums, real easy on those chords. It's a really good song for beginners. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the chords that we're going to be needing for the first verse. As I said, you're going to sit on that D for a while, and you're going to go, on the start singing, you're going to be a D, to a G, to a D, Dsus4, to a D, and then you're going to do that one more time. D, G, D, Dsus4, D. And then it's going to go to a G. And then it's going to go D, Dsus4, D. It's going to stay on that D. And then go to a G, to a D, to a Dsus4, D. This song is one of those songs that doesn't have a chorus. You're going to put the name of the song at the end of the verse. It doesn't do it on the first verse, but you don't have to play a chorus. So as long as you learn the verse, and there is another verse at the very end. The very last verse is totally different than the first 2 verses. So go ahead and break all those rules. Hey guys, one of the questions I get asked a lot is what do I use for a pick? Now a pick is going to be something that it really fits you, but I use a Jim Dunlop, a .60. I like the max grip, and I like the flexibility of it. On my strings, on this guitar, I'm using D'Addario X's, which are coated, and these are 12s. I have another guitar that I use 13s on, but these are 12s. And if you guys would like a link to what I have on my guitar, I put the link right down here below. But let's get back to the song. Alright guys, we're going to do this first verse, and I'm going to finger pick it. If you guys want to strum it, you can go ahead and do so. And then at the very end, we're going to go through the entire song together. I have seen the morning burning golden on the mountain in the sky. Aching with the feeling of freedom of an eagle when she flies. Turning on the world the way she smiled upon my soul as I lay dying. Healing as the colors in the sun sunshine and the shadows of her eyes. Okay, we're up to the second verse. There is some slight changes in the second verse, but not necessarily enough that we need to go through the entire thing. So let's point out those changes. On this verse, you're still going to be going from the D to the G to the D. You're going to do that twice, and then you're going to go to the G and come back to the D again with the Dsus4 and the D. And then you're going to do the exact same thing as you did on the last line of the first verse. And there's a fifth line on this one which has the title in it. So the last line is, the second to last line is going to be a D, G, back to the D. And then you're going to have the title of the song in one last line, which is going to be a D. Loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. Okay, when you sing that line, then you're going to go to your D7. Once you do your D7, we're going into the third verse. The third verse is completely different, and the third verse is going to be a G to a D, Dsus4, D, to an A, to a G, to a D, to a D7. And then you're going to go G, to a D, Dsus4, D, stay on that D, going back to a G, again the D, Dsus4, D, stay on the D, and you're going to go D, A, D. And that's going to be, and loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do. And when you come back to that D, you can go to that Dsus4, D, and come back to the G. This is all instrumental right here. And then come back to the D for the tag. And loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. All right, so I'm going to play through that, and then when I'm done with that, we'll go all the way to the top and we'll do the entire song. Loving her was easier than, this is the second verse, ain't I'll do again. Coming close together with a feeling I've never known before in time. She ain't ashamed to be a woman or afraid to be a friend. Go to D7. I don't know the answers to the easy way. She opens every door in my mind. But dreaming was easy as believing it was never gonna end. Loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. Go to a G. Back to D. Loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. Alright guys, pretty simple song. Let's go ahead and start at the top. Let's play it together. Grab your guitar. I have seen the morning burning golden in the mountain in the sky. Aching with the feeling of freedom of an eagle when she flies. Turning on the world the way she smiles upon my soul as I lay dying. Healing as the colors in the sunshine and the shadow of her eyes. Second verse. Waking in the morning to the feeling of her fingers on my skin. Wiping out the traces of the people and the places that I've been. Teaching me that yesterday was something that I never thought of trying. Talking of tomorrow and the money, love, and time we had spent. Loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. Go to D7. Coming close together with a feeling I've never known before in time. Ain't afraid to be a woman, be a friend. I don't know the answers to the way she opens every door in my mind. But dreaming was easy as believing it was never gonna end. Loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. On to a G. Loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. You know, guys, they don't make songs like that anymore, and Kris Kristofferson was one of a kind, a great talent. But that's all I have for you today. I did put another song up here for you guys, Sunday Morning Coming Down, also written by Kris and sung by Johnny Cash. But guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I thank you for coming by my channel. God bless. Don't forget, practice what you have to so you can play what you want to.